All right, y'all, today is payout day. So what I want to do is just identify and show you guys what it looks like to get a payout. I'm going to tell you off the jump though, I don't show my numbers. I'm just funny about that stuff. I will never show my numbers. I can make $10 in the market or 10 million. You will never know. The most important thing is how much did you make this week? And so let's get right into it. So as you guys can see, we are eligible for the payout. So if you see where it says 5 winning days, that's exactly what you need to qualify for a Topstep payout. And so if we scroll down here, we'll see that I was on a 5-day winning streak. So you guys see right there where it says winning day 100%. We Lydiana, baby. So that's essentially what I had to do to be able to get qualified for a payout. Again, I'm just gonna block out the numbers just because, you know, I just feel like it's tacky, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that Kendrick Lamar song where he's like, pocket watching, you must be the police. I'm just funny about that, man. So I'm so sorry if that ruins the experience for the video. I'm weird about it. But let's go to where it says payout request. Here we go. And we're gonna let it load. And so typically what I do is take the full 50%. So that's just how it goes with Topstep. They want you to take that 50%. Once you do that, you can, continue to compound. So if I can be honest, I do like Topstep's rules of consistency because it helps you become a better trader. So when I was funded for the first time and then blew my account for the first time, I tried out a different prop firm and they didn't have as many rules. And I just didn't do well because I felt like I was free of no rules. So me personally, I know some people have issues with it, but me personally, I like the Topstep rules. So, okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the bank transfer. Some people use Wise, but I do the bank transfer, so let's click that. And okay, so we got my information right here. And essentially, we're gonna put out how much we're going to get out. So we're gonna do half. And yes, that's about half. So we're gonna check this box right here. Check this one, this one, this one. And the payout request does not exceed 50%. Yep. So what I will say with Topstep that I'm not really a fan of when it comes to getting funded, they have this thing where you can't make over 50% of the total profit. So if the profit target is 3,000, in one trade, you can't make over 1,500. And the reason they do that, actually, I have no idea. But I just know that if you do, like, say you enter the trade and you got 2,000 instead of 15, then they'll exceed the profit target. And I think it's by $1,000. So it makes it harder for you to do. So that's something that I really don't like about Topstep, because I'm just like, yo, let us get funded, bruh. Like, what are y'all doing? So that's my only beef with Topstep. Apart from that, I love Topstep so much just with the rules. And I actually think that they're changing that pretty soon here. I think the CEO did come out and say that they were changing something about that. So anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and hit submit. Great work, trader. Your payout request was successfully submitted and confirmation email will be sent to your inbox. So I did get an email and we'll put that up in a second. It says, please expect to receive your payout within 2 to 5 business days. We process payouts every day, and those received before 12 a.m. Central Time start processing same day. Okay, so hey, you might get that payout ASAP, Yeah, so yada, yada, yada. Y'all, this stuff is so exciting. Like when you work for years to get funded and you start to see a return, man. Like, man, there's been times where I've put in thousands of dollars, bro, in the market, just trying to get a return and not profitable and just really trying to get it, bro. And thank God, he gave me the strategy and, he told me to give it to y'all for free. So you have no excuse. These strategies are free. And so the strategy that I actually used for this one was my continuation strategy. So it's the 1 minute continuation strategy. So I'll link it in the description so you can see, but that's essentially the strategy that I use to get funded with this account specifically. And so let's pull up the email and see what they say. Congratulations on your payout request. This is what it's all about. Your hard work is literally paying off. Thank you, Jesus. We're processing the payout for your account in the amount of blank. Payouts are handed daily, but they can take up to 10 business days. Now, with my experience, I've never had a payout take 10 days. It typically comes the day after you request it. So most of the times when I do a fund request, a payout request, it's typically on Friday or that weekend. And so it'll come out of my trading account on Monday and it'll be in my bank account on Tuesday. I think only one time I pulled out money on a Monday and I was able to trade Tuesday night. So that's essentially how it goes. But yeah, so it says payouts are handled daily, take up to 10 business days to reach you. If any additional information is required, we'll let you know within 1 business day. Once the funds are deducted from your account balance, you're free to resume trading. Our finance team will send you a confirmation email as soon as our system is fully processed to payout. So yeah, that's typically what they do. So they'll send out an email and they'll say, hey, you're good to go. So I literally can't place a trade until the money comes out of the account, which makes total sense. So, yeah, I also heard rumors that their process is going to be a little bit smoother and easier too. So we'll see. So I refuse to show my numbers, but I will give you the numbers that Topstep does require. So for this account right here, it is a $53,000. Sorry, it's a $50,000 account, and you have to get 53 to get funded. So as you can see, 53 right here. My average winning trade, 69% win rate. That's pretty cool. So okay, so the first day I made $140. You know, I'm trying to remember 1,400. So I had 140. Okay, so this is what happened. Okay, so I actually lost 500. That was the first trade. I lost 500, but then I ended up getting that back for 140. And so after that, I got on this win streak. No, I didn't. Okay, so I have that is 1,485, and so that's when things started picking up. I was like, okay, here we go. I just need one more trade to go. And so the next day, I actually ended up losing close to $800. And if I could be honest, y'all, look at this. I took 10 trades that day. I took 10 trades that day, bruh. So not cool. And I have a psychology video coming out pretty soon. I asked the question, what's your psychology look like? And I was like, I range from like a 4 to, I think I said 7. So like 1 is like really bad, and then 10 is like really good. You could take 1 trade a day. 1 trade a week, 1 trade a month if you had to. So anyway, it ranges. But as you guys can see, directly after that, we got $1,100 and then $1,000, and then we passed. And so, all right, so I'm gonna pull up TradingView real quick just to give you guys a snippet of my strategy. The full video is out on YouTube. Again, I'll link it in the description. Really quick, I just want to let you know that we do have people getting funded in our Discord. If you want to join that, the Discord is completely free, and we also do free backtesting sessions. You definitely want to join that. The only paid service that we do have is a $60 a month trade with me. That's the price right now. If you're watching this video a couple months later, it might go up. We'll see. But it depends on how valuable it is. You know, if people are making millions of dollars or tens of thousands of dollars, you know, we might have to raise it just a little bit, because we do have different coaches that will be getting paid for it in our Discord. And so essentially that's kind of how it goes. And so if that interests you, please join the Discord. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, here we go. Let's jump right into the strategy. So this is great market structure right here. So essentially the strategy requires, it has to be in a trend. Price has to be trending. And so what you want to look for essentially is 3 fair value gaps. That's the short version. The fair value gaps have to be mitigated, which means they have to be tapped. And so directly after you see the first 2 fair value gaps tapping, you'll enter off the third one. But you want price to break structure. So if it creates a fair value gap that breaks structure, then you want to enter off of the third one. So this one broke structure. We had this fair value gap right here that broke structure, and then you would enter off this third one right here. And so you got that one, and then you got this one right here that broke structure. So yeah, that's the one. Because the way that it goes is you want to make sure that price is going in that direction. So, okay, if we enter and cover that swing high, you don't have to cover the wick. You would have caught a 1, 2, 5, almost 1, 5. So the way that it works is if you risk $100, you would make close to 500. If you risk 1,000, you'll make 5,000. That's how people get rich from trading. They have tight risk to reward. So, you know, and you definitely would have caught way more off of this move because of that push. So that's essentially how the strategy goes. So even if you wanted to, you would have caught way more than a 1 to 5. You probably would have caught a 1 to 7. Let's see. Almost a 1 to 7. So, you know, that's really cool. 1 to 6.5. That's really cool. So you're risking $100 to make 600, risking 1,000 to make 6,000. So that is essentially the strategy, and that's what got me funded and got me multiple payouts. So if this video was encouraging to you, again, please like, comment, and subscribe. And the goal for this channel right here is to post 3 times a week. So on Monday, I just want to do like a life update, stuff like this. On Wednesdays, I want to post, I think I'm doing psychology videos. And then on Friday, we'll be doing like strategy stuff, like just really breaking down my strategy more. So just hope this blesses you all, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.